Hi, welcome to Texas Lone Wolf Mega, your source for Red Pill Truth, and we are going to get down to the nitty gritty. Now, the title of this video is, um, you know, the soon-to-be ex-female just opened up her marriage with her husband. They had a shared income. They had a nice family home that they call their own, and we're gonna go ahead and all right, we're going. Okay, I'm 36 female, getting really lonely. My husband, 34 male, doesn't want to change our open relationship rules. All right, originally opening up our marriage was my idea, the wife's idea. When presented with the idea, hubby was strong against it. However, just one night of thinking about it, he changed his mind and was enthusiastic about it. Okay, women, you know women can't make decisions in life and expect to go off scot free. Let me tell you something. You go out and you come up with rules, and then people follow the rules. And the thing about it is, there's actions have consequences. I'm going to pull this up, and I'm going to show. Okay, I set rules and borders, maybe boundaries, to keep everything private. Family, friends are off the table. I use protection. Hubby was okay with those. The only rule he added that we do not have to fulfill each other's romantic, emotional, and needs anymore. I was okay with that. This is right here where the wife screwed up. Open relationships will lead to disaster. It's not a matter of if, where, how, or what, but a matter of when. I took a very classic approach to an open relationship. Just started going out with other men. Well, my hubby took a very alternate approach. All right. He had built a huge man cave in the basement and practically moved into it. It's his room now. He sleeps there too. Doesn't want to watch movies with me, cuddle, anything. You see, the wife initiated an open marriage or open relationship, and this is the result of it. And he started going to the gym with his co-worker. They go out together, spend a lot of time in this man cave. She even sleeps over sometime. However, hubby insists that they're just friends. Yeah, just friends, all right. He's getting him some. He's getting him some. He's getting some from her, not from his wife. And this was the wife's idea to open up the relationship. And this right here, women, if you want an open relationship, you are going to suffer the fallout. This here has actually been deleted off of Reddit, and I'm going to read the comments to you from Reddit. All right? So I'm going to read you the comments because Reddit deleted the comments over here. The OP didn't delete it. Reddit moderators deleted it. So, anyways, um, hubby insists that he's not bringing his lover to our house, and you believe anything he says, but he's getting his needs met. But you go out and get your needs met. Women, you can't have your cake and eat it and expect to be well. You're going to get sick and you're going to regurgitate the cake after you eat it. They say having your own cake and eat it too. Really? Our daughter spends a lot of time with them. They play video game, billiard, music. Sometimes they order takeaway food and eat down there. She doesn't spend a lot of time with me. The rest of the house seems deserted. To the wife that actually opened up the relationship, this is your doing and this is your plan. And as a mother of the child, you failed the mother. And as a wife of your husband, you failed the husband. You failed. And feminism must be scrapped. Feminism is trash. Feminism doesn't represent women. If anything, feminism destroys anything it touches. I broke one rule and have asked my husband about his bedroom fun life. He said sometimes he hires an escort girl and the experience can last him for a month or two. I wanted to share, but he did not want to know anything about my life, my bedroom fun life. You broke up the marriage. You opened up the marriage into open relationship. And this is the result. You wanted to have your cake and eat it. You wanted to go out and play with other species out there in the world. And you destroyed the very marriage you wanted back. Let me give you an illustration. A marriage is like a pristine glass with no smudges or images on it. You put one scratch in it, the scratch is visible. You can't never get it out. So all in all, he has managed to set up his life just fine within the borders and rules we had set up. He had compartmentalized every need of his life. He gets bedroom fun from sex workers. They do not complain. They accompany emotional support from his friend. He doesn't complain. I guess we're partners in finances and parents of our own child. They made a plan to take a huge tour of Europe together. Husband asked me if it's okay to take our daughter this summer to tag along with him. I wanted to tag along. He declined. I asked my daughter, does she want to travel with me? I don't know what else the rest. Okay. Here is the actual. This is I see. I don't know what that post looks like. I hope somebody got the whole thing and then archived it. But it was deleted by the moderators of this relationship. Okay. So we're fixing to go and read. So Speedy Cat said the only rule he had is that we do not fulfill each other's romantic, bedroom fun, emotional needs anymore. He was okay with that. That's not opening up your relationship, including others. That's shutting down your relationship with each other. Your husband seems to be okay with this because he is often ending his attachment to you. And right here, this right here, just because you have needs met by other people doesn't mean you can get to neglect the needs met by your main living partner. These two, they scrap the relationship. This is not a healthy, poly, open relationship looks like. Actually, somebody said, okay, let me read along here. Sometimes things like this identify hidden things. You do not want an open marriage you wanted an open marriage in the first place. Now that you have an open marriage, you can do your thing, he can do his, but now you both realize you're not a loving relationship partner. You two are just cordial apartment building mates that share some links together. It's a disaster. It is an ultimate disaster. he has basically he realized he's fine with life without you. So, sounds like your husband checked out as soon as you suggest opening up the marriage. Sounds like you got played. Women, you know, you come up with it. If your girlfriend or so-called female friends suggest opening up the relationship, doing a poly whatever, they want to kill what you got with your husband. Women will naturally not support another woman in life. They're naturally enemies of each other by nature. This is by nature itself. And no, not always. I'm monogamous. I know plenty of poly who have a successful open relationship. Hell, I know a throuple household that's been in a healthy three-way relationship the last 23 years. It absolutely can be done in a successful way, but it requires a lot of open communication about needs, partners, and expectations from everyone. Opie's situation basically shut down all communication. That's why it's failing. Hey, you hit the nail on the head. That was posted 4 days ago. Excuse me. You proposed an open marriage. He agreed. You two did not have to fulfill each other's sexual, romantic, emotional needs anymore. And you agreed. That was him literally entering the marriage. Why would you agree to that? Why would he even point of remaining married? Just divorce at that point. He created a whole new life for himself. He did not want an open marriage, but once you proposed it, he proposed to be roommates and co-parents, and this went over your head somehow. He moved to his own room, stopped hanging out with you, lives in a complete separate life where he's planning his own vacation and dating someone else. He basically admitted he wants to stick around because of shared finances. Hey, that's true. He's not emotionally invested in you anymore. You killed it. I would move on from him emotionally. He decided with the financial logic, the same house outweigh the emotional pain of not being included. You're emotionally and romantically divorced. You want to make it legal? As for your daughter, she prefer to live with him if you live apart, so consider that. Here's a poster. I just feel lonely. If I move, I will end up feeling lonelier. Hey, you made the rules. You suffer the consequences of your rules. Nobody, nobody put a weapon to your head, told you to open up their marriage. This was your idea, and this led to disaster. So here you go. I'm sorry you feel lonely. Think about this. Will being in a house with people who reject your company make you feel more or less lonely than living alone or with a roommate? Hey, you get what you ask for, a divorce if you don't like it. Hey, ain't that the truth? All right? Somehow you separated while living in the same house. Open relationship or often a soft divorce. Listen, you're only a few years away from 40 while being married at the age of 36. You're like 4 years from 40 at the prime age where most women initiate divorces. You suggested this open marriage, and I don't know where you got the idea from. I don't know who proposed this to you or where you got the idea from. Whoever told you this helped you destroy your marriage. And this is what you wanted? Really? You broke up when you agreed to meet each other's needs was no longer important I'm not sure how you did not see that coming. You know, you just acted on out of the emotions. You did not sit here and strategically and logically see which way this was coming. No more paying attention to your partner's need. What's left of the relationship? Nothing. It sounded like he saw the writing on the wall that you wanted to open, and he didn't. Somehow that changed how he saw you in the relationship. He did not want you to. You did not want. You wanted to play with your own little rules. You wanted to do your rules. All right. You wanted to do your thing and expect him not to do his and then come back and get him off the shelf. My dear, it doesn't work that way. Either you honor your vows that you submit to your husband and give him his needs, meet his needs, because that's what marriage is intended for two people to bond together. But you wanted to open up the relationship and go date other men, and he date other women, and use protection. And you know what? You got what you asked for. Now this relationship is headed for a divorce. And if the daughter goes to the family court and tells the judge that she wants to live with him, you lost. All right. You even agree that meeting his emotional needs wasn't important. You agreed to that. Now, you didn't need him either. And now you're surprised he's followed through. He followed your rules to a T. This is your making, and you destroy that marriage. I'm not sure how you expect it to go, but I don't think there's no going back at this point. I'm not going to lie on this. Embarrassed media, but I'm not going to lie, reading you, I'm getting some strong, I want to F around, and now finding out why you don't want to open up your relationship marriage in the first place. Let me tell you something. This open relationship has doomed your marriage. Your husband was understandably strongly against it. Did you get that? Your husband was understandably strongly against it, and then accepted. And you both accepted set rules. Now he's having fun and realizes he doesn't have a need for you anymore in his life. You realize the opposite. This is what you get for wanting your cake and eating it too. A little crappy from you to throw an ultimatum about your situation you created yourself. By the way, good luck. Now you want to throw an ultimatum now after you've done set this stuff in motion. The chances are everybody already found out about what you have set up. And you saying you don't want to be lonely? This is your doing. And whoever advocated for this, you listen to them. Remember, women, don't listen to another girl when she tells you or makes suggestions saying this is going to work out. This is the very fruit of the tree of knowledge of good and evil that Eve ate off of. She took the bait and suffered the consequences. So, yeah, it sounded like he wasn't enthusiastic about open marriage, but the relationship was over as soon as you asked for it. Right? You really wanted to sleep with other people so badly, you agreed not fulfilling each other emotionally anymore. And it sounded like when he wasn't getting any, you were happy to literally agree not to be in a relationship anymore. Not to fulfill his needs, but you wanted him to fulfill yours as soon as he checked out. I'm sorry to say, but this this is over. Another lone wolf said, "Your marriage is over the moment you present the idea for open relationship." That is the reason. After thinking for one night, he agreed. That rule, you don't have to fulfill each other's emotional, physical needs, was for him to move on, which he did. Basically, moved on in his man cave. You were so blind about this open relationship that you never noticed your marriage is falling apart. Well, congratulations, you're about to be single, and your kid does not want to spend time with you. So, double congratulations. No effort or action can repair this. Divorce your husband so he can live his life to the fullest, and let your husband have primary custody of your daughter. This way, they both will be happy. Hey, I'm telling you. And this right here, open relationship that we're talking about, I'm gonna go ahead and read some more comments here. It's time to get the divorce and be done with the marriage. Your husband, number one, assumed that you cheat on him anyways, so he didn't consent to the open marriage. Or two, he was unhappy in the marriage before you suggested open relationship, and this gave him the out not to continue working on something already dead anyway. It's like trying to revive a dead horse, so to speak. Either way, going forward with open up the marriage after his surprise 180 was a mistake that ended the relationship. You knew. You should have realized this isn't normal and a healthy behavior. The fact you didn't see it well means you probably had someone you wanted to date when you asked him. Which is why you asked no more questions when your husband consented to unnaturally fast. He completely checked out. He's almost like he found complete fulfillment with his friend and sex worker. He has zero interest in fixing what's left of your marriage. He is said it himself. I mean, you don't even want your marriage to work for the right reason either. You're just lonely after it did not work out the way you wanted. Well, you would have been content in this shell of a marriage had you not abandoned by literally all the members of your family. So it doesn't seem like you want this marriage to work for reasons other than loneliness. It's clear he isn't interested in you. You are interested in him either. All right. Now, which means you accept the fact that you're married for taxes and income purposes and no actual relationship between you two. You reject that type of contract marriage and get a divorce. Get him back with affection or changing the rules of force, and back's not an option anymore. The man is gone already unless you work on your relationship with your daughter one-on-one. She'll be next to leave completely. By that I mean stop trying to compete with your husband for her affection. Ask her to skip grand Asking her to skip a Grand Europe tour with her dad because you want her to choose you. Want to put more space between you two. Okay, spend time with her. If she hasn't planned something with her dad, talk to her. Ask her how she's doing. Do something not conflicting with her interest in her dad in order to stay relevant to her. Right now, you're most likely the person who broke up. Her family broke her dad's heart from her perspective. I'm assuming a lot. But have you asked her about how she feels about her parents basically separated because you wanted to open up the marriage? Teens know more than what you think, and yes, with today's technology, the teens can have access to everything that we would never thought that they would not. Okay, parents in their 30s think their kids don't know stuff. The kids know more than what you and I think we do. They know more. They know more what you think. I don't think you're really aware of how you're extremely close to getting 100% alienated from your family. Now, you open up the relationship, and this is what you're going to get. Alienation from your own family. Your family's going to look at you different. They're not going to want you around. I hope you wake up and get your life in order before everyone is gone for good. Good luck. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is doing my head in. Ouch. This is doing my head in. Seriously, this is doing my head in. You open up your relationship. The Redditor said that you're going to be almost 100% alienated from the family that you're acquainted with. Oh my goodness. What have you done? I mean, it sounds like you had no involvement in the decision to open up the marriage. Then no involvement in deciding exactly what kind of open marriage it would be. Personally, I personally have nothing against open relationship. There are ongoing conversations with all involvement. Not a lot of rules, but one person gives another. I reckon you really hurt him that day. Yes, yes. You've been married in a name for a long time, and doesn't seem that you made this feeling important during any of this. I'm sorry to think it's over for a while. It is not about open versus closed relationship. It's about keeping your partner's happiness as top priority, whatever situation you're in. Oh my goodness. So, anyways, sorry to say, LP, you opened up a shit show of your marriage. That's basically what this is. Like I said, it's a good with bedroom fun life, and all of a sudden he found out he loves living life without you. Not sure if he feels that way prior to your request, but from what I've seen, a lot of men suppress their emotions and distance themselves from those who hurt them, including the wives that they married. He seems to have no problem removing you as his partner. Perhaps this is what he did after your request. Now you threaten divorce because you're unhappy of the outcome of your action. It doesn't seem like he cares either way. I don't know what to tell you here. So, OP, he realized he doesn't need you anymore sexually, emotionally. I don't know about financially. Since it was your idea, I don't think he will accept your request to be too close. In short, you got played. You had some female friends that you listened to. They suggested this open relationship, and y'all come together, created this little rules probably, and I'm gonna read more comments. This is doing my head in, really, seriously. That is a terrible way to open a relationship. Open relationship require a huge degree of trust and communication. They shouldn't be just basically be mutually agreed cheating. Now the husband wants to cut you out of that European tour with you out of the picture. This is the price that you paid for opening up your relationship. This is the price you paid. I guess we're both partners in finance as a parent of our child. Yep. Housemates and co-parents. Now you just need to decide if you're okay with that. If you want a chance at a normal romantic life, if you just want sex, find an escort of your own. If you want a partner who cares about you, you should get a divorce. Most men aren't going to want to get that emotionally invested in a romantic relationship with a married woman. That's why most men are actually saying, "Hey, I'm not going to get married." This right here. In closing of this video, in closing of this video, you have to demonstrate the lack of a moral compass of a housewife to actually fulfill the husband's desires and keep your own daughter in the family. I probably am guessing on his end that the daughter probably overheard you and him discuss, and he said he did not want to do this, but you wanted to have your cake and eat it. This is the end result, and y'all are going to be heading toward a divorce court soon after this is over with. To women out there that want to open up their relationship, this is what this woman did. Look at this outcome. Anyways, I'm done with this video, and comment below if you like it, or share a story or two. In peace.